insurance and all that
That's
stuff.
the call. We didn't know what to do. We've never had
So
a fire.
kudos to Division 5 in Brampton.
Yeah,
They were amazing.
Yeah,
Division
especially
5
Wes.
from the fire.
Wes and Adam, those were the guys who were the kind of the go-to liaisons. They all the fires were wonderful, but these were only two men that we knew by name. But Wes was the one that stayed behind and walked us through every step way of the paperwork. And
He was very patient.
He didn't ask. He just kind of quote unquote took control, and he said, "Do not waste time. Call the insurance immediately. You have to get this ball rolling. There's 1-800 numbers to call. I'll walk you through it," and everything was good. So,
And we had no idea what was entailed in terms of getting the place back
Yes.
to normalcy. There was so much that needed to be done, or clothes, the floor, the walls, the ceiling, the air. We had
Yeah.
air duct cleaners, we had surface cleaners, we had people that came in to figure out what to do with the
there's just so
or
many
electronics.
so many elements in there to do it.
Because guys, if you ever had issues with a fire in your home, did you know that you have to make sure that you test your electronics, because within 6 months they say it will not work for some reason.
Yeah, because of the soot.
The
It's
soot,
because of the
it gets
soot.
into the system, and these things can damage your stuff. So basically, there are so many things that we learn from this experience, and though we
majority-
wouldn't want it to happen to anybody else, but we just want to encourage others who have probably been in a situation like that. It's not a fun experience, but we were survivors for sure of what could have been a catastrophe.
Well, we don't want to over exaggerate it. The woulda, coulda, shouldas. I mean, anything can happen.
But God spared our lives.
God spared us. That's for sure. But it certainly could have been worse. But it wasn't, and we don't have any claim to fame, and it certainly wasn't by any heroism on our part.
No.
We were just lucky that it didn't increase and spread like literally, for lack of better terms, like wildfire. Because especially with the grease fire, because it just we're probably talking to the choir, and I'm sure lots of people that have watched us know people who have had a fire, maybe themselves had fire, especially grease fires. And if you're living in Brampton, the fire department said that because of the nature of the kind of community that surrounds Brampton, with that everybody cooks with grease. All the cultures, they all use that open pan grease, and every fire they pretty much attend to during the course of the year is all grease fires. It's all because of cooking, because they cook with it. So anyhow, we're in good hands if you call it that way. But
So right now at our house, we have everybody trying to clean everything up and get everything back to some normal
and by the way, they're doing a fabulous job.
condition.
And the crazy part about it is, just when you wouldn't. I mean, I understood obviously the obvious things is, when you have a fire, there has to be reconstruction, renovations, and all this good fun stuff. But you never know how many hands are in the pot. I mean, there are so many different levels of people that are there. Like Michelle was saying, there's like insurance adjusters, there's renovation people, there's people who come in. We didn't even think about it. They said if any soot has got on any of your linen, your curtains, your clothing, anything, those type of people came. They took all the stuff out. Anything personal they came and took. Then there's special cleaners that come and they clean every nook and cranny of the house that has soot on it. They're literally on their hands and knees, these cleaners, and what they're doing is unbelievable. So I never thought in my wildest dreams that so many people would be involved. And air duct cleaners are coming for obvious reasons, because the list is endless. I mean, there has to be at least, in the last 2 days, there's at least 30 different people that have showed up in probably 6 to 8 different different trades. But we didn't even know what it takes. So there's just so much to it. So
And kudos to Service Master. We realize that they are a very thorough group of people. They hire people who are very diligent, hard workers. These people, as you said, on hands and knees, with the ladder up in the ceiling, female, male, young, old,
they're all
different
they're all
age,
there.
different nationalities. I'm saying this is just amazing, and we have great appreciation for these people coming in and doing so much work. And the work and the job is not a pretty job. And I was even thinking about, even in an environment where there's a lot of soot, right, where it's stuffy and it's not healthy to be intaking that, like inhaling it. Kudos to them, because they're exposing themselves while they're working as they clean, getting really close to the actual soot, in the ceilings, the walls, the furniture. and it's amazing.
But anyway, this video's going long, so we've told you everything we need to tell you. There's nothing much else to say. By God's grace, He allowed us to spare the home, and we didn't have to worry about quote unquote being out of a home for a year while they rebuild the house or any of those kind of things. And most importantly, all joking aside, most importantly, the fact is that obviously nobody was hurt, but specifically Michelle's mother didn't suffer any smoke inhalation, and her father obviously. So there's no compromises to their health or anything like that. Actually, it didn't even affect them. They stay in their room, and their room actually smells like it has any other day. Just a regular, everything's good and clean, and so we're happy at that. So that's all we have to say about that. So sign off, Michelle.
And so, as usual, our motto is let's keep it real. Ciao.
Ciao.